Hello everyone and welcome back to another AFK journey video. In this video we're going to be talking about your charm crafting priority because global server is going to be getting Dura trials unlocking at the upcoming reset. I'm currently on the VN server just to show you what the charms are actually going to be providing. Now I don't know which day we're going to begin with on global server, but here is the entire roster of basically the timeline of how you're going to have these Dura trials being unlocked. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna begin by showing you what bonuses you get from getting your charms crafted. Now, the mage heroes are gonna get a good bonus, an offensive bonus, attack and haste. Now, for right now, the charms we're gonna be prioritizing on the early days of crafting are gonna be your Dream Realm damage dealer heroes, and you're gonna try to give them offensive stats, basically. You only want to craft charms which are gonna boost your overall score, so heroes like Frieren as a mage, and then in the other classes, in rogues, we also do have an offensive charm which is going to be giving attack. If you guys take a look at it over here, this is going to be giving attack for the rogues. The other classes which are going to have offensive are going to be the warriors, such as, I don't know which one you're going to use in Dream, I guess Floribel, maybe Himmel, and then the other class is going to be Marksman, and that is where Gwyneth is going to be for getting those charms. And all four of these classes are going to be getting offensive stats. The tank and support are only getting defensive stats, health and healing, and that is not going to be as much of a priority. So even if you use these support heroes a lot for your Dream Realm, they're not going to be the first choice for your charm crafting priority because these are only defensive stats. Pretty nice amount of HP though, and if there are survival issues in a boss, potentially you could do it, but yeah. And for AFK stages, again, you really want the offensive more than the defensive. So with that basically intro done, let's go ahead and show you, because my viewer doesn't have all the heroes unlocked, so I want to go using the collection and showing you exactly what the priorities are in my mind. So like I said, tank and support, these are not going to be a priority to getting the charms because they're only giving them defensive stat distribution. They're not giving any offensive stats. It will not improve your score in Dream Realm. It will not help you clear AFK stages that your damage capped on, but it can improve survivability. So eventually you can get your key heroes for these charms, but first of all we're going to focus on the other classes. So in the Marksman, the number one choice for Marksman is honestly probably going to be Gwyneth, because Gwyneth, for the stage we're at right now, she's only 2 out of 8 for Dream Realm bosses, but there's potential that as we move later on and continue to level up, that she's going to actually take 3 out of 8 or even up to 4 out of 8 of the Dream Realm bosses for pre-endless for phase 1. So definitely getting her charms is going to boost her attack, also give her haste, overall increasing her damage output. So Gwyneth is going to be probably the top priority for Marksman if you have built her. Now, if you haven't built her, there are some other options. We have Zany, who is going to be used probably in Doom Score, Dream Realm boss, in the Summoning Squad team, and so getting her charms are going to overall increase your score. So Zany could be one candidate. Sylvan could be a candidate if we see him use it all, but so far you guys are seeing, unfortunately, it's just Gwyneth and Frieren, which are dominating Dream Realm so far. We haven't seen Sylvan, so he's a hero that you could consider, but only if the other heroes are already complete or you don't have the other heroes built up. Apart from that, we're having a little bit of Aliseth being used. Not that much because we're in pre-endless Dream Realm, but she's one candidate if you have her fully built up. And other than that, I mean, Kulu for AFK stages would be some minor upgrade. She is used in high deficit AFK stages, but if you're like a one copy Kulu and you're not like a crazy hard pusher, it's not going to be a major priority to get that. And Nazric's also seeing some usage. Like, he is not in any top teams yet, but there could be a day where he is. I do remember in Snowstomper Dream Realm, like in Pioneer server, he was, but I don't know in the current stage that we're at our level if he will be. So Nazric is another consideration, honestly, to consider. And that's basically it for these heroes here. Indris, unfortunately, he's not as good as Gwyneth as a normal attack based damage dealer. So if you have Gwyneth, don't even worry about Indris. And then your Bonnie is going to be for, I mean, mainly PvP angle, because in Dream Realm we haven't seen her really even in budget teams. There's some potential that she could be used. And then Leica is sometimes using Summoning Squad teams. Even today, by the way, there was a Kruger Floorball team, the free-to-play Floorball team I showed in my Dream Realm video. But actually, someone then replaced Kruger for Leica in that team, and it just got like 100 million higher score. So Leica's great with other summoners, and for Doom Score, she's probably going to be in the best team. So you could get Leica's charms, but yeah, her own damage doesn't really matter that much. That's why she's not the most biggest priority. But yeah, that's what we have. So actually, there are quite a few marksmen which are considerations, but really when it comes down to it, Gwyneth is a big one, and maybe Zany after that. The other ones are much less important. Now moving on to the other offensive class, which is going to be mages. Mages, there are going to be, again, important options here. Freerin, number one, the hero you should be investing in all your resources, including this charm crafting essence, getting her charms crafted first. She is a great damage dealer for pre-endless Dream Realm as well. She's using some AFK stages, especially if you don't have Saida and things like that, and she's great in PvP, so do get the Freerin Charms. That will be important. Apart from that, we have Aurora as well, who is being used in Dream Realm. And in pre-endless, she's going to have decent overall usage. So get Aurora's Charms as well. That's going to boost her damage output, which is important. So those are really the big two when it comes to mages for Dream Realm. Apart from that, I mean, you could do Mihira for AFK stages if you're a hard AFK stage pusher. Siren, not really using AFK stages as much as I've seen. So it's probably more just a PvP angle, which is not as big of a priority early on. Galahad, some minor AFK stages I've seen with Galahad, so she could be one of the priorities for the really hard pushers in AFK stages, or if you use her a lot. Tassi, not used, she's just PvP. And Shamira, see, this is the thing about Shamira, like, until we actually see Shamira in a top team, I don't think it's worth you getting her charms, because it seems like Freerin has completely replaced Shamira from the meta for a Dream Realm, like even in pre-endless Dream Realm. So Shamira, unfortunately, I think is completely benched other than just PvP right now. And that is mostly of what we have here for the key heroes to consider for the mages. So again, recap, Freerin and Aurora are the top two. Moving on to Rogue, another offensive class. So in the Rogues, we do have a couple of options. Now, number one, if you're an AFK stage pusher and you have Saida built, do get the Saida Charms because that's going to help you with AFK stages. And if you are, if you're the cutting edge AFK stage pusher, Saida is going to be one of the top priorities for you to actually get her charms for. Apart from that, you do have Dream Realm Ravion. Ravion's even in the top team today, by the way, for Elucia, so probably he is going to be in some top teams in the future as well. So getting the Ravion Charms could be a good option. That's going to increase his attack, and that should also increase the attack buff he grants to his allies. Apart from that, for Dream Realm specifically, Faramore used to have some usage in the past, but nowadays we're not seeing him in Dream Realm. So honestly, Faramore is not big, but if you have Sylphira built, do get the Sylphira Charms as well. Already, if you have Sylphira built, you're probably going to get her charms for AFK stages, where she is also a priority. If you are a cutting edge stage pusher, you do need that, and you need to squeeze out as much damage from her as possible. So getting her charms would be big. And for Snow Stomper Dream Realm boss, it's already proven from on the VN server that she is going to be in the top team. But it might only be that one boss, but still, that's enough reason to get her charms. So Sylphira will be a priority for players who do have her. Apart from that, I mean, it's not really like Lily May is just a PvP hero. She's not used in Dream Realm. She's not in any top teams and not used in AFK stages. So yeah, it's just basically, to recap it here, Saida for AFK stages, Sylphira for AFK stages, and a bit of Dream Realm, Ravion for Dream Realm. So really, these three are the ones, and Saida and Sylphira only bother with it if you have them built. Otherwise, don't even bother with it. And that should basically be it for the Rogues. Now, finally, we do have the Warriors. Now, in the Warriors, we have some interesting choices. Number one, let's talk about Floorball. If you have Floorball built, especially to her Supreme Plus with her skill upgrade, she's going to be seeing decent overall usage for pre-endless Dream Realm. Already, today, she wasn't in the best team for Elucia, but she was in one of the budget teams if you don't have Gwyneth. But in Doom Scourge, she is going to be in the best team. There's no question about that. And as we continue to level up, she may somehow become in the best team for some other bosses, although it will be a little bit difficult now that we have Gwyneth out there as well, and other Freerin, other heroes basically competing for that top team position, basically. So Summoner meta may not be able to keep up with the other heroes, but do keep your eyes on Floorball. Do get her charms crafted for your average Supreme Plus with her skill upgrade. Apart from that, like, you know, in the past we used to see Corridon, but Corridon this season has not seen any usage yet, and so I don't really know how useful Corridon is going to be overall. So I would not get Corridon's charms right away. Himmel's charms you should get because there is already one team using Himmel and Freerin together. There probably will be some more of them. They have great synergy, of course, and Himmel's stats, they increase his own damage, but more importantly, they also increase Freerin's attack overall, so because she gets a portion, like a percentage of Himmel's attack stat. So get your Himmel's charms, definitely, and your Floorball charms. Those are the big ones. Apart from that, Honestly, just wait and see, right? Because yeah, like Kruger is gonna be in some top teams, but like getting his charms is not a big score increase, but still he is gonna be a priority to get charms for that reason. If Corden is used at all, you can also consider that. If Valka is used at all, you can consider charms, but so far, like I said, these heroes, Corden, Valka have not been in any top teams. Kruger has, so he would be probably the third option here after Floorball and Himmel are done. And but that should be basically it. The rest is basically PvP. Sonya was in one of the budget Gwyneth teams of today, and so for that reason, you could consider getting her charms. But I don't think overall her usage is going to be high enough to prioritize her charms. But eventually, you could get them when you can. Baylor and Harak and these heroes are not going to be used for Dream Realm early on in Phase 1, and for AFK stages, I don't even think Baylorine is being used right now. Like in Phase 1, usually Baylorine is never used. So that is basically it for these damage dealing classes. We're quickly going to go over the tank and supports because of course you are going to get essence for these heroes as well, and you want to know who to allocate it to. So Gunner is being used the most in Dream Realm. He's also used in AFK stages. He's also a beast in PvP. So I would say Gunner Charms. If you have Gunner built, I would say Gunner Charms. If your Gunner's one copy, maybe even then Gunner Charms, because it's going to improve his survivability, which might be important. But it's just increasing his tankiness, it's not increasing the damage of your team. But Gunner Charms are going to be probably one of the priorities. Damon Charms. But the thing is, again, Damon is not going to increase his damage. So even if he's used in Dreamwell, he's not going to increase his damage. Same with Theodora. Same with Callan. So it's mainly... honestly, it's more of an AFK stage angle. Like, Theodore has some AFK stage use. You could get him charms for a bit better survival, although it will not make any... it should not make any game changing. It should not actually impact the fight and how the AFK stage plays out. Whether he has the charms for a bit of bonus tankiness or not, it probably won't. But, like, Theodore also for PvP will be good. Damon for PvP as well. Alna also for AFK stages and also for PvP survival. So I would probably get Alna charms. Dunlinger, that's purely PvP. That's completely up to you if you want to do that. Callan, purely PvP. So yeah, really to recap this, it is Gunner probably overall for AFK stages and Dream Realm #1 priority. After that, AFK stages we have Alna and Theodore. They could be somewhat of a priority if you want, although again it's not increasing your damage of your team. Damon, Thorin for PvP, things like that, but that's basically it for the tank. And now finally for the support. Now supports, it will be, I would prioritize your AFK stage supports, and because Dream Realm is not increasing your score anyway. So I would probably prioritize Valara and Celise. I think Valara and Celise would be my top 2 choices for getting the charms, because Valara is using a lot of AFK stages. It's going to increase her health when you get her charm set. However, but her debuff is also going to reduce the health of enemies, right? The steal health of enemies. And so maybe by her having more health is somehow going to impact that, right? The transfer stats cannot exceed 45% of Valara's starting stats, but if she has higher health to begin with, she can steal more health for your team, and so these can provide a greater health buff for your team, because the health boost is going to be based on, I think, so this is initial health, I believe. But yeah, so Celise and Valara would be good options. Then after that, you can get your Contest, or whichever hero you use a lot in AFK stages, like or PvP, Twins, Hugin. But again, these are all just going to increase their own basically tankiness or the healing that they provide. So it isn't going to be a priority. It's not going to increase your score in Dream Realm, or it shouldn't really. However, for the just making your heroes overall more solid and tankier, that will be a good choice. So yeah, Valara, Celise, to recap it. Twins, Contest, Hugin. I mean, Hugin has AFK stage use, so probably Valara, Celise, Hugin. And then you can decide about Twins and your Contest. It shouldn't really be affecting Dream Realm much. So that's why it's not really a priority there. So that is it, guys, going class by class of the charm priority in my opinion. Hopefully this video is helpful and it does give you an idea of what to shoot for when we do get the new Dura trials unlocking. Again, I don't know exactly what day we're going to start off with, but here is the schedule if you want to see. And when the treasure, yeah, you will get the essence rewards repeating every 3 days, 3-day cycle, and you're going to get 2 different classes on each individual day. So tomorrow we will have 2 different classes of essence. essence, one of these 3 different options, and we'll be able to craft charms for both those heroes. But we're also going to get universal charm essence. And so, for example, if we don't have Mage Day tomorrow, I don't know what we have, but if we don't have Mage Day, I would use the universal essence on Freerin most likely. And if we don't have Marksman Day, and you can always wait for the Dream Realm top team of the day, and then just I'll be explaining what are the charms crafting priority for that day when the Dream Realm teams are out. So you can wait for the Dream Realm video before you actually do your crafting, because again, this is not going to make a big difference. But we did talk through all the heroes and their priority and importance, and you can, if you pick from those that we talked about, you're definitely going to be fine as well. So hopefully this video is helpful. Let me know if you guys have any other tips. You can feel free to share them in the comment section. Thank you guys all so much for watching. I'm hyped up for Dura trials and the start of a new week in AFK Journey. So if you guys are thinking about making a purchase in AFK Journey, please use my affiliate link for the official Farlight store. This is the best way you can support me and also gain 5% bonus dragon crystals in your purchase. My affiliate link is in the description of this video and a pinned comment, and you can actually bookmark this link in your browser, and whenever you're planning to make a purchase, just return to the bookmark link and make your purchase. It will support me and be greatly appreciated. So thanks for watching. I'll hopefully see you in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.